What is up, folks? Welcome back. To another live stream repair. Let's see. Alright, so we got Ace, just shot Ace a message. Jeff, what is up? Welcome. I didn't get any of your messages. Yeah, the last message I got from you was your Venmo, but I haven't gotten anything else from you. I did ship your HomePod back out. Check your email. Alright, yeah, we need to get to these repairs. Enough chit-chatting. We need to work. Let's see. So we've got Ace here with loud popping. Actually, this one isn't Ace's in particular. This is a parts pod we'll be using for Ace. We need that amplifier board because we tried, we gave Ace's board a brief cleaning yesterday because when we opened it up, we found quite a bit of corrosion all over various parts, and there's actually still a little bit in there, so we'll need to clean this up a little bit first, and then we're gonna take this one apart. It's got good parts in there, but what I need is the amplifier board, since I thought about it last night after the stream, and there's just too much corrosion on here. I don't have an ultrasonic board cleaner, so really the best way to clean stuff like that is to stick it in the ultrasonic, and I don't want to do a bunch of work to this and try to get it working and either it only work for a little bit or and then fail, or come back to us, or just not work at all. I just think the smartest choice here for Ace's HomePod is going to be swapping that amplifier board out with another one. And while we have it apart, we're going to do a little bit of hardware maintenance. We're going to give it new DC filters so it doesn't come back to us for death farts and all sorts of bass issues. Then we are going to check and see if it needs a new diode. If it's got one of those date codes on it, then we'll give it a new diode. It's going to get a new subwoofer gasket, and that should make for a pretty happy HomePod. After Ace here, we're going to look at Christopher R. So let's go ahead and shoot them a link to watch, since they're up next. Alright, I think we have gotten ourselves all cut up here. Here is their original shell, and their mesh is in really good shape, so I am going to try to save this one. Thankfully there's not much left in here. We've just got this microphone board. We'll give that a quick scrub. I still have no idea where all of that corrosion could have come from, because if we look at the logic board and the display and the subwoofer, all of this is clean. All the stuff that's not sealed inside of here. So it really seems like something in here internally had a problem and leaked everywhere. Another reason why I just want to replace that whole amplifier board. And I'm going to replace the power supply too, because I did see some corrosion on the power supply. And for all I know, it's one of these big capacitors on here that had leaked out. So we are just going to give it the works here. Better safe than sorry. Let's make sure our cables are in good shape still. Give that a good little scrubbing. And then there's some down here that I want to get. There we go. I mean, none of this down here really matters, but I'd rather clean it up than have it hanging around in here. Oh, I guess the new season premiere for Severance is out today. I can't wait to watch that. I don't watch a lot of TV shows, but that one was pretty good. Got a little bit hiding under there. Okay. Yeah, and like everything is, it's weird because it doesn't look like it's coming inside. It looks almost certainly like it was coming from something inside, not entering it. Okay, so here's our parts pod. I'm going to be taking the amplifier and the power supply from this one because we know I've already tested these parts. They are in good working shape, but we're going to do a little bit of extra work to them before we stick them in Ace's pod here, just to keep everything going for as long as possible. Oh, almost forgot. Cheers, folks. I don't know how this one's gonna taste. This is the last one that I've got, and when my wife was bringing the beer in yesterday, she like the container like came apart and spilled half of them onto the driveway, and two of them broke open, and this one, she said, was like foaming out of the top, but surprisingly didn't break and stayed kind of sealed. This is going to be interesting. Oh yeah, there was nothing coming out of that. That's going to be smells fine. Yeah, it tastes just fine. It tastes like a cold Corona. It's even carbonated still. Oh yeah, Jeff. Let me know if you can't find my email to you. I'll start a new thread and send you another. I'll resend you the tracking number. But I got yours. I saw you Venmo me. I think it was like late at night or early one morning, and I was like, let's go. Dropped it off the same day. And I used UPS because you said that you were not quite happy with USPS last time, so Unfortunately, I can't reuse this. It's a bit broken there. But we've got a good woofer here to use for someone else's HomePod. That's a good woofer. And I'm actually curious. Is this one. This one looked good when we took a peek. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any problems on this one. So, very good. Okay. No worries, Jeff. I will shoot you another email after our stream here and get you that tracking number again. No problem. There might be something wrong with your email on your end, cause I haven't gotten anything from you in a little while, I think. But at the same time, I normally when there's a problem with people's mail servers or email, I get some kind of bounce back message. I did not for yours. Maybe your kid's going and deleting all of your emails. And yeah, really quick, you can't even see it. Yeah, there's just a tiny bit of corrosion on their power supply. I mean, we could probably clean it up, but again, I don't know where the corrosion came from. It had to have come from something in there. And historically, I've seen much worse cases of this, and it's that big cap underneath that's blown up. But this one looks fine. I'm not going to trust it. Where's my marker? Here we go. I don't trust like that. Oh, yes. Okay, so we've got Ace's HomePod here. After this, we've got Christopher's HomePod with a brick. Well, it was a brick. It had the blinking volume buttons, and we were able to restore it with our USB adapter yesterday. They opted for the extra hardware maintenance, so we're going to take Christopher's HomePod apart and do a little bit of touch up to that. And then Martin sent in an LG Ultrafine 5K monitor main board that needs a new USB-C port. That actually showed up a few days ago, and unfortunately we've just been too busy to remember it. But we're gonna get to it today. Alright, one last check on everything in here. I want to make sure it's all good and clean and doesn't have anything else hiding from us. That looks good. Alright, here's our amplifier board. Let's go ahead and do what we were kind of expecting to do with this before we took it apart, which is give it some new DC filters. That is going to prevent death farts and all sorts of bass issues. These are ceramic capacitors, and all ceramic capacitors naturally decay over time and lose their effectiveness at filtering unwanted DC voltage out of especially Class D audio amplifiers like this one. Apple programmed the first gen HomePod to death fart when these get too bad, but unfortunately it takes a little too much for it to death fart. It can cause issues and damage before it gets to that point, so I like to replace these before they go bad. I used to only replace them if they tested bad, but eventually we started seeing ones test good and then only fail in a matter of time after that. Premature or not, by nature they should be replaced if we've got the chance. Let's get our pine sill turned up here. Check out how fast this heats up. So it's off right now. Turning on. Look at it go. Look at it go. And we're done. That is so much faster than my Weller desktop station too. I love it. I'm about to buy like 1 or 2 more of these just to have like one in my car all the time and one in my backpack all the time, and then have a third one at my desk. Did I make those adapters? I did not create the original design for the USB adapter. The original design comes from Timstar, a name that you might be familiar with if you've ever kept up on any jailbreaking stuff. Timstar came up with the original design, and I took it and tweaked it a little bit. Some of the holes didn't line up right. A couple of things needed to be adjusted in thickness to make it fit better and more reliably for people. And then I beefed it up with a bigger housing, and I did make the dock. So I basically took the adapter and I embedded it. I made my own dock and embedded it in that. Right, so basically what I'm saying is, I've even got a separate piece of this to demonstrate. So Timstar designed this part essentially, and then I had to go in and fix where all these holes line up, and these holes for the pins. And then I designed this and basically took Timstar's adapter and fused it to my design so that you've got a more substantial dock that you can use right side up or upside down. Because the adapter was not originally intended to be used in some of the ways that we found out that it could be used. So I had to make it work. All right. Big Mike, what is up? Welcome. If I'm not mistaken, I think you're the one that suggested the pine sill to me in the first place. we've got a 48K data diode. Those are the diodes that love to fail and cause no power. So I'm going to replace that with a brand new, bigger, better one. Yeah, thank you. If that was you, Big Mike, big thank you for the suggestion. I would have actually been stuck with some Amazon 10-15 watt junk. If you get one, you can use it instead of the power plugs, the AC cord. Oh, I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Jeff. I am not sure I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the first gen HomePod or the second gen? Big Mike, did you send a link? I didn't get the link. Looked like you were gonna link a case for the iron. I found a spot for it in my iFixit kit, so I just stash it in there whenever I take it with me. Alright. That should make for one happy amplifier. Let's get this put back together. Oh, I see. You're saying my USB adapter looks cooler than the original power cord it came with? I don't know about that. The fabric wrapped power cord does look pretty nice, and I do just I just use some generic black USB cable. Thank you for the compliment, though. Alright, so we got a fresh amp, a different power supply for good measure, That Corona is starting to taste a little funny. Well, if I suddenly stop streaming, you guys will know what happened to me. Died drinking driveway beer. Why is that so not lined up? There we go. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as it all fits, but I don't know. Why not make it look nice and symmetrical when they put all these lines and stuff here to assist you with it? And we'll get a new subwoofer gasket in there. Nothing like wrong with the old foam subwoofer gaskets. I haven't seen those being the source of any issues yet, but it is foam. And as someone that's been quite obsessed with speakers through most of their lifetime, one thing that I have noticed consistently is that the first thing that usually falls apart on a speaker is anything made of foam. If you've worked on anything yourself and it had foam in it, if it was of any age, you'll probably feel me there. Foam does not just does not age very well. And again, the corrosion thing, the logic board is totally perfectly clean, both sides. Display clean, both sides. Subwoofer, all of this, the ribbon cable here. I even looked on the bottom of it. There was nothing. No signs of any ingress, anything creeping inside. I have no idea what blew up in that. I suppose the only place that it could have come from was, well, two places. There could have been some kind of spill or fluid or something during manufacturing, and as it was getting reassembled, it was stuck in there and never got cleaned out, and eventually it corroded and caused these problems. But I kind of doubt that. There must be an electrolytic capacitor in there that leaked out, and we're just not we're not looking close enough or finding it yet. Mr. Ed, what is up? Welcome back. Thank you. Oh, I had to fight some people for this one. I was pushing people over. Have you all seen that video floating around of Costco opening and releasing the new Pokemon series of some new Pokemon thing. And like everybody was like running through the front of Costco to like pick up like 20 boxes of these things to scalp them. That was me getting this Costco hoodie. But I wasn't getting it to scalp it. Man, I just wanted one for myself. Catch me in one of those videos doing stuff like that just to get the one thing for myself. Like I'm not like, I don't want to be scalping nothing. Better things to spend your energy and time on. Not that making money's a wrong, wrong obviously, but scalping, like, geez. And you hear like someone going like 5 per customer, and there's still people like walking away with like 10, 20, 30, 40 of them. Crazy. No, I did get really lucky with this hoodie. My wife and I were doing our Costco round for the day. Not the day. Imagine going to Costco every day. Oh, well. No, every few weeks we go there. Stock up on some of the wholesale stuff we need, like diapers, wipes, essentials, Especially when you start having a family-sized family. Buying in bulk makes more sense. And, we were walking around, going through each of the aisles, and we saw them pushing a cart out with the Costco hoodies. They were getting ready to unload them. And I had a sense, I knew that as soon as they put them out, they were gonna fly. People were gonna be scalping them. I wasn't wrong. People were scalping them, of course. But I got really lucky that I just grabbed one off the cart as they were pushing them out to put them out. My mom in Idaho, freaking their Costco. I don't know if it's a Costco in Idaho or a Costco in Spokane that she goes to, but their Costco apparently doesn't have the same problem because she managed to secure me like 2 or 3 black and gray Kirkland Signature branded hoodies from Costco. Alright, let's see if this is as terrifying to turn on as it was when we were trying during the last stream.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Show me those volume buttons, though. Why are you refusing to show me them? Okay. It didn't want to show them because it's connected to my Wi-Fi. I forgot. I reset and updated this. So, we will continue to let it test and make sure that that is all good and solid. But from here and now, that appears to be all well and fixed. So let's grab Christopher's HomePod now, and we are going to wrap his up. His was a bricked HomePod. It had the blinking volume buttons. We were successful in restoring its software during the end of yesterday's stream. So they did opt for the extra little hardware maintenance to keep it going for as long as possible. We're going to take this apart and get that done. Let's shoot Martin a link to watch, since their LG Ultrafine 5K monitor mainboard with a USB-C port that needs to be replaced is up next. Alright. Martin has been messaged. Let's remove our handy dandy dock. If you want to purchase one of these USB adapters for yourself to attempt the same kind of software restores that you see us do here on the stream, you can head to my shop website. Just go to nixfix.com and click the shop link at the top. That'll give you an idea of how much what you want might cost you, and maybe anything else you might want to pick up along the way. But all orders it's all totally manually done via email by hand by yours truly. So once you know what you want, shoot me an email and I'll get that put together and shipped right out to you, and you can get to fixing your own bricked HomePods maybe. Alright, so we've got Christopher's HomePod here. Let's go ahead and take this apart and knock out that maintenance. That is going to be the same filters that you saw us replace on Ace's amplifier, those 4 capacitors. And that's going to be the Schottky diode that fails and causes no power if it's got the same date code. If it doesn't, then I'm not worried about it. Oh, I'm all out of beer. I'm gonna go grab something else to drink here. thank you, Ed. I am a little self-conscious about the quality of the adapters because they are 3D printed and I use hot glue. It's kind of janky if you ask me, frankly. Kind of janky. I really want to take it to the next level and make like a really nice professional product. Like I want like a solid aluminum. I want a solid aluminum base. I want a metal plate, a metal housing for the pins. I want the pogo pins themselves to be more substantial. I've got a whole bunch of different things that I want to make that adapter so much better than some homemade rinky-dinky PLA hot glue mess, if you ask me. But I do appreciate the praise. Yeah, well, and hey, you know, if it works, it works. I can tell when the board is getting too hot when my fingertips burn. And my foot. Oh! We need not bother with that diode. It's a 36K dated diode. Let's get this put back together. It's a, what kind of name? What's the name? I can't read the whole name. Simon's, JBL's, and what? Roblox? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. I think I will go and buy myself something from the gas station later in celebration. Meat Man, what is up? Welcome. Welcome back. Oh, we are unfortunately not. We had 11 more show up today. Just today. And everything that we're working on today is catching up from yesterday and the day before. But thankfully, it is Friday, which means tomorrow is the weekend, and barely anything ever shows up because everything's closed, so that gives us an opportunity to catch up before another 10 or so show up on Monday. Some music while we stream. I would love to listen to music while we stream. But people, it's a pretty mixed crowd out there. I'd say it's like a 50-50 split. Half the people don't care, don't mind, and half the people absolutely hate it. They don't want to hear it. But, you know, we've had so many of these live streams where we haven't, you know, I could actually count on my hands how many live streams we've played music in the background of on a single hand, actually. Out of the, what, I think we've had like 1,000 or so live streams. Point is, I usually sit here in silence, and frankly, I don't like it. I would love to listen to some music, and I think we will do that this time here around. Let's see. Oh no.
You are now tuned into elevator music.
Let's see. Yes. Hoot. Hoot. Did I miss it? I walked out for a second. Did it play the setup sound? Did I break it? Ah. No bass. What did we mess up? What did we goof there? I mean, this is why you test your work. I'm glad we caught it, but it's not like we wouldn't have caught it. Let's see what's going on here. Did I just, like, not plug the subwoofer back in? Because it had bass before. At least it's easier to get in the second time around. No, I have the subwoofer plugged in. So we messed something up here. Let's see. Probably just bridged something in there that we shouldn't have. Jason, what is up? Welcome back. Alright, we are back in it. And what did we goof up here? I don't actually see any reason for this to not be working now. This looks fine. But you know, just in case, maybe we didn't get those filters back on there all the way. After all, that's the only thing that we touched. Are you just getting around the city? I am envious. I can't, I can't skate very well. Alright, let's see. I can test this without having to put it all the way back together. Still no base. We killed it. We took something that worked perfectly fine and we frickin' killed it. And if that isn't some of the most annoying stuff that you've ever seen or ever dealt with working on something, I don't know what is. Absolutely no reason for this to have just completely killed its base. There's nothing missing, nothing burned, nothing broken. It's the music. We just had to play music while we were working on stuff. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This was not a coincidence. We broke it. And what's really frustrating is we have no idea how. I wouldn't be upset if there was a clear reason. But it just, it worked and now it don't. Unless it's the DAC. I mean, we did, I don't think it's the DAC, but there we go. I put a new DAC on there. I mean, there's this is the only thing we touch were these filters, and these are good filters. They're brand new, and they're on there. There's no bridges, nothing touching anything that shouldn't be touching. It's all there. The only other thing I could think to do would be to maybe find something with the thermal camera, but I doubt it. Let me go grab that. Alright, yeah, if there's nothing obvious, I'm just gonna put a different amplifier in this and suck it up. Yeah, no bass. No obvious culprits. The stuff that should be getting warm is getting warm. Well, that's really, that's really unfortunate for me. No difference to Christopher here. We'll make it work for him, and you know, we're not gonna make him pay for our mistakes. But still. Killed a totally good amplifier. That is so frustrating. I'm gonna vent for a second here. We would have a chance at fixing it if we had schematics, but unfortunately, we don't, so we can't. In the interest of time, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to move on from Christopher's and fix this one up later tonight on my own time. I just simply do not have the time to mess around with all of this. We have to do, we only have time for a few straightforward fixes and getting out of here. The music is not helping me. The music is, it's almost ironic here. It's adding to the chaos and frustration here. Alright, Christopher, I will finish yours tonight and have it ready to ship out tomorrow. Dang it. Okay. Let's get all this cleaned out. Martin, let's see here. Let's see if we can't fix something instead of, oh boy. Okay. Yes, our favorite. The LG Ultrafine 5K mainboard that needs a new USB-C port. I'm not sure why that popped up. Let's turn that back off. And let's get... Ooh, that is definitely bent. Yep, that is definitely bent. Let me grab my test panel. I don't know why my monitor just died. All I did was put this on my desk and my main monitor just died. I can't see anything. Well, I'm gonna assume the stream is still going here, and we're gonna take a look at this here. Wow, that's really that's kind of really frustrating. Oh well. Alright. So what I want to do first is... What the heck? Uh-oh. Looks like they might have broken their main cable off there. But anyways, I want to test and see what this monitor does before we do anything. Just make sure that we know what we're dealing with here. Let's see, I need a power cable. I'm gonna take that from... I guess I can't take that from there. Here we go. Power cable. I'm going to turn this power off before I plug it in. Alright, what have we got? Alright, so we've got, if I wiggle the power cord or the USB cable here, it's you can hear it disconnecting and reconnecting. And it is passing the built-in diagnostic test. So let's do our magic. We need to get this off of here. we need to get that port off of there. And to do that, I'm going to take these, put that one there, that one there, and this one here. Well, that's not gonna. It's not gonna help. I need another one of these. Oh, I found it. There we go. Okay. Freaking. We need to cover. So here's the plan. Yeah, I've been kind of just. It's hard for me to remember that I'm streaming when all of my monitors are off, and I can't see that I'm streaming, and I can't see the chat either. So I'm sorry if y'all are yelling at me right now. But anyways, here's the plan. What we're gonna do. We need to replace this USB-C port. I don't know if you can see how bent that is compared to the other ones, but we need to get that replaced. And to do that, we are going to heat up the bottom of the board, and there are two plastic connectors here that we are concerned about, this one in particular, so we're going to cover that before we go any further. I've got a little thermal pad here that I think we can cut a little bit out of and maybe make work here. Let's try that. No, that takes up too much space. What we can do, what I like to do, is take one of these and cover that plastic connector. There we go. Gonna need a little bit of tape to keep it down. There we go. Okay, now we're going to remount our board. And I am going to reflow this sucker off. Dang, I'm sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing here, but unfortunately, with the way I have to angle all of this, I have no room to fit my hot air gun underneath. Alright, I got the old port pulled off, and good news is we have no ripped pads or traces, so our chances of getting this working again are very good. I'm gonna grab my iron and we're gonna put a little flux on the board and some fresh solder. Alright, that's done. Now we need to redo our new connector. Or not redo, we need to put some solder on there. Cool. Fresh solder applied, a little more flux on the board, and then we're gonna reheat this back on. Oh, bullets. Just had it on there and my finger pulled it right off. All right. Once again, I'm sorry you guys can't really see what I'm doing there. I'll have to find out a better setup for this if I end up getting more of these LG boards. But let's get this, we got the replacement port put on there. It looks like it's nice and level. Give this a chance to cool off and we'll see if it works. Alright, that feels real solid. Roll. Okay, so before we didn't get an image, and when we wiggled the USB cable, we could hear it disconnecting and reconnecting to our Windows PC. Let's see. I'll do a quick diagnostic. Yep, it's still passing the diagnostic test. Today is not a good day, huh? Let's see if it connects to our MacBook here. Displays. Nope, I've only got the built-in display still. Nope, that is not working yet. Needs another shot. Here we go again. Let's try it out now. It's still not working. It's confusing my MacBook, and it's still not working. I will try one more time. I will try one more time. Alright. It's gotta work. It's gotta work, man. Did you guys see Dell's new Pro laptops? The USB-C ports are screwed onto the board. That's how it should be done. Let me tell you. None of this mess. Y'all could be fixing this at home. Trying to plug this back into my desktop so we can test it. And I can't see my freaking USB ports. Come on. This is fun. Come on. I see the port. It's USB-C. Why is it not plugging in? There we go. Man, it's still not working. Why does that not work still? Are the pins not connected all the way? Is my USB cable busted? All of our pins are connected. I'm not seeing anything loose. Oh. I think it was my USB cable, because I can wiggle this and we have a solid monitor input now. Yes. Let me unplug this. I'll plug it in the other way and make sure, give it another good wiggle. Wow. Wow. Yep, it's on. I've got an image. And if I wiggle this around, I don't hear any ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. You know what I mean? Awesome. Alright, well, apologies for the boringness of that repair there, but not much to show for these ones, especially when my test monitor has a cracked LCD, and geez, I don't even know if anybody's even watching still. All of my monitors are turned off right now. You guys have probably been yelling at me for the past half an hour, calling me an idiot. Alright, but we've got Martin's board all fixed up. Got a new USB-C port on there. I'll clean that flux off of there so it's nice and pretty for him. Let me get myself resituated here. I should probably have more than one Thunderbolt 3 cable in my household. There it is. Alright, give me my monitor back there. Please. Alright, now I need to figure out why my main monitor is not working. I'm probably going to have to restart my machine for that. And I don't want to restart right now. We're in the middle of a stream. Let's see if I can't find the chat. There we go. Yes. Move that over there. Get these back up here. Okay. Alright, looks like I didn't miss anything in the chat. We don't have a huge audience making fun of me. We're doing alright. Let's take a look at Corey's HomePod number 286. There we go. All right, 286. All right, Kurt. Yes, I got the monitor working. It works. You guys can't tell because the freaking LCD is cracked and I don't have room on my desk here to lay it flat, but it works. I think my freaking USB. I need a new Thunderbolt 3 cable because I had to clean it out in order for it to work. We've got no lights, no power, a couple of watts from the wall. Y'all know the drill. Let's see how far we can get into this until my wife gets home with dinner. And it is a hot dinner, so I will be at least pausing the stream while I eat that. I'm not going to let it sit around until I finish here. Jose, what is up? Ooh, yes, you got your adapter and it worked. Very great to hear. What temp setting did I use for the glow-in-the-dark filament? I could never print that neat with glow-in-the-dark. Really? Interesting. I had, so far, no issues printing with that stuff. That is my first glow-in-the-dark spool that I've printed with. And I'm just rocking 200C on the hot end and 50 to 55C on my bed. And I have had surprisingly like zero issues printing with that stuff. I've owned that spool of filament for like a year now, and I have avoided using it specifically because I expected it to be difficult to print and I didn't want to spend the time dialing in the settings until I really wanted to mess with it. But I threw it on my Ender 3 and I sent it and off it went. Oh, I am only printing at 50 to 75 millimeters a second. It is an Ender 3, so it doesn't go all that fast. If you're trying to go 200-300 millimeters a second, obviously, I imagine that won't work. But I appreciate the compliment nonetheless. Like I said, I felt like I was saying earlier, I personally felt that the quality of it all is kind of subpar at best. How did I miss this one? Yeah, this spool in particular too, I have not dehumidified or dehydrated at all. Like you take it, if you bend it at all, it snaps right in half. That stuff is humid. I have not taken care of it. I feel kind of bad for all the people that complain about issues with their filaments going bad from humidity and various issues trying to print. For me in general, my experience with 3D printing has quite literally just been click, print and go. Swap the filament out. I haven't had to do pretty much any maintenance. Very little, very few tweaks to my settings have I ever had to make for different filaments. Usually they all use the same temperature. There was oh, I use glass build plates too. I don't like any of the flippy floppy build plates. I like my solid glass build plate. I feel like it has really good adhesion and it stays really flat. Alright, let's see if we can't break something else here today. Let's get those filters replaced first. Those love to go bad and cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues. Any opinion on what 3D printer to buy to get started? Ooh. Probably shouldn't ask me because my only experience is the Ender 3 that I got at Goodwill two years ago for 20 bucks. Actually, I got that thing more like 3 or 4 years ago now. I only paid 20 bucks for it, and it was unused, brand new, just sitting there in Goodwill. Someone apparently upgraded it or something. And I'm quite happy with my Ender 3. If you can get them for a great deal, they're an excellent starter printer. But you do need to spend the time to get familiar with them a little bit here and there. If you want just a plug and play, no frills, no fuss, what I've heard the go-to is our Bamboo Labs printers. My wife just pulled into the driveway. I will be right back. Give me a couple of minutes because I'm gonna eat the hot part of my food so that way the cold part of my food can wait until we're done with the rest of this backlog here. We will be right back in a few minutes. Alright, we are back. Looks like Chrome crashed and ran out of memory. Alright. Yeah, well, I guess Panera kinda sucks. My mac and cheese is all like coagulated and stuff. It's kind of gross. And it's weird because it's very hot. It's not like it got cold. Well, okay. I imagine what they did was they had old mac and cheese sitting around, and they reheated it. and that doesn't work because the noodles fall apart. I mean, I couldn't even get a spoonful of mac and cheese without the noodles falling apart. this is annoying. I'm gonna replace this with another one. Alright. Corey is all fixed up. Looks like we forgot to remove Martin and Corey from the next list there. Whoops. Those last two there are RMAs. Those are warranties. Both of them appear to have logic boards that are failing again. And, geez, I think we're all out of time, and frankly, I don't have much more patience for a bunch of BS today. maybe we can get that kid to sleep and we can go eat something for dinner and have another stream later tonight and knock a few more things out. Oh, goodness. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to refurbish a pod for Kurt really quick. I almost forgot. Let's see. All right, straight from the mailbox, straight from my purchase of broken pods. Here we've got a black one to fix up for Kurt.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Corey is all good to go.
I'm having...
Yeah, shut it. Let's see, is this in good shape for us to send to him? It's a little dirty. Nothing we can't clean up though. What is that? What is that? Alright, well, if I can't clean that up, then I'll put a different mesh on there. But otherwise, this looks like a very nice one to send to Kurt. So let's get their name up here. Hopefully this is one that we can fix easy peasy. Let's see here. Oh, it turns on. Oh, I'm scared. I have a feeling it's going to be one with the blinkies. Oh, never mind, it's on.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check the Home app.
Where did I get this one? How much did I pay for this one? What did I buy here? It's working. Okay, I didn't get a great deal on this one. Oh no, that's the wrong one. This was 9918. Oh, here we go. This is one I got from Shop Goodwill. And yeah, I paid too much for this one. I paid $100 for this one. but untested, which means it works just fine. So I won this one off of Shop Goodwill's website for not such a great deal, but I am making enough for it to be worth my time here at least. But all things considered, for a working HomePod, it's not a bad deal. Goodwill can be hit or miss when they say power's on, untested. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you just get things that work just fine, and they really mean they just didn't test it. How many HomePods do I regularly buy? Let me think about that for a sec. Probably one or two every few days, every week. And that's unfortunately not to try to bolster my personal collection, that's just to keep up on parts to fix and refurbish for others. I like to joke about 500 HomePods, and I am seriously trying to achieve that, but I cannot. I can't. There's too many broken ones that need the parts for me to keep up. I've only got about like 10 or 15-ish for myself at the moment, and then a couple other broken ones sitting to the side waiting for what they need to do, be it getting taken apart for parts or refurbished like here for you, Kurt. What do you mean, any update on shipping? I emailed you a tracking number. Did you check it? No. I'm just messing with you. I'm not talking about anyone here. I just got an email from someone asking where their HomePod was at, and it's like, well, I can check the tracking number for you, but that's all that I unfortunately have at the moment. I'm starting to get snarky. I'm starting to get hungry. I got a 4.8K data dialed there, so let's get that replaced. Can I wash the mesh? Yeah, I can do that for you. No problems. I planned on giving it at least a wipe down and making it look nice and fresh for you. Because there's a few spots on there. There's a few spots on here. If I can't make it look nice and even, I'm gonna put a different one on there before I send it to you. That's not a big ask. No worries. Oh yeah, and it doesn't take days for them to dry. It's usually an overnight thing. Or if I'm impatient, I can take my compressed air to it and get it dry in a few minutes. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Dude, a freaking box of Kraft mac and cheese would be better than whatever the heck Panera gave me today. Oh, I do have the crunchy mesh if you want the crunchy mesh. You want the crunchy mesh? Are you sure you don't want the crunchy mesh? I don't know why it's crunchy. I imagine it was in some kind of environment near some kind of solution. Maybe they like work on maybe they're nail tech and they've got rubbing alcohol and various chemical components out, basically fumigating all the time, and it started to break the mesh down. Maybe it sat next to a window with direct sunlight baking the mesh 24/7 and making it hard and brittle and kind of crunchy. I'm not too sure what caused that. It's almost starchy. That's really as much as I really want to put this together if I'm going to be taking this mesh off and cleaning it or replacing it here, but we can at least make sure that we didn't break anything and that this is still a good working HomePod here. Let's find out.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
All right.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Folks, that is about all I've got the time and energy for. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one.